covering news where you live. This is 5 News.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Morgan Wrigley. The Fayetteville City Council has voted not to decide on moving forward with ways to alleviate high mortgage and rent prices in the area just yet. At the City Council meeting Tuesday night, people offered opinions about why Fayetteville needs to declare a housing crisis. Many on the council said they were confused and they weren't fully ready to vote. They agreed to table it for 2 weeks so the two ideas could merge together. The first resolution up for vote last night was sponsored by council members DeAndre Jones and Sarah Moore. They want to declare a housing crisis in the city. This would also form a special task force that would bring solutions to city council. The second resolution was put forward by 5 other council members. That one summarizes the actions taken so far to address housing concerns and also establishes a need for action moving forward. Council member Mike Whitaker was heading this, and he says he did not necessarily want his resolution to be merged. But Jones said the community would like to see these ideas come together.
We don't need any new ideas. We need the political will. And so I am excited, again, that we're going to be working, collaborating, and addressing this crisis collectively, because I just don't believe that we can do it any other way. This crisis is impacting the quality of life for our residents.
Again, the council tabled both these resolutions, wanting to take the 2 weeks to craft a combined one that is more effective. And Jones emphasized they want to get this right, and he says waiting 2 weeks will do that. Now, we're receiving information about the training history of the Springdale police officer who's on paid leave following the deadly shooting of a man while he was on duty last week. The Springdale Police Department identified the officer involved in the shooting as Corporal Danny Wright. He's on paid leave pending the outcome of the Washington County Sheriff's Office investigation into the deadly shooting. The shooting took the life of 30-year-old Dimitri Calvert. It happened last night on Norfolk Avenue in a neighborhood just off Butterfield Coach Road. The Washington County Sheriff's Office hasn't released any details about its investigation into exactly what happened until it wraps up, but we have heard some details from the Springdale Police Department. They told us last week that Calvert was holding a knife to someone's neck before the shots were fired. And we're getting more information on Corporal Wright's history. The newly released documents show all the training Wright has gone through during his 2.5 decades on the police force. He'd most recently undergone 2 separate training courses last summer, one on crisis intervention and another on dealing with resistance from suspects. These courses were focused on directing officers to respond in a way that protects citizens when they're in those situations. Those same documents also show how he underwent training on how to use a body cam last October after that certification had lapsed for about a year. We have requested Corporal Wright's body cam and dash cam footage recorded last Tuesday, along with 911 audio, but those requests were denied. You can stay with 5newsonline.com to keep updated on the investigation, and we'll post any new information from the Sheriff's Office as soon as they wrap up their investigation. Before we get to more news where you live, here's meteorologist Bella Grace with a look at today's forecast. Bella.
It's a gorgeous day out across 5 country. We're seeing tons of clear skies for at least the first half of the day. Lots of sunshine, heating us up. We're seeing 73 as our high in Northwest Arkansas, getting up closer to those mid-70s, hitting those mid-70s in the River Valley. You can see 75 in Fort Smith, Poto, and Sallisaw, even warmer in Clarksville. A beautiful day for us. A few clouds will work their way into the forecast a little bit later in the day, especially once we get into the afternoon. Rain chances are rising as we get closer to Thursday. This evening, we could see a few scattered showers in Northwest Arkansas. Most of those are waiting until tomorrow, but things dry off as we reach into the weekend, and then another round of rain is coming for the start of next week. Looking at our rain chances tonight, about 7 o'clock, we could see a few isolated showers pushing into Northwest Arkansas, popping with a few little thunderstorms, very isolated out there. We're most likely to stay pretty dry. It's not dropping too much in the way of rain, but we could see a few scattered lightning strikes out there as we reach into 7, 8 o'clock tonight, and then clearing those out for the rest of the evening. Most of us are going to stay clear. A lot of those showers are popping off to our west in Oklahoma. We won't see those come our way until a little bit later into Thursday afternoon and evening. This is 6 o'clock. See a bigger swath off to our south. That'll move in over the evening hours of Thursday. And that's going to drop our temperatures slightly for tomorrow, and then we're going to warm back up into the high 60s on Friday before drying out on Saturday. Sunday, showers come back in, and we see that sticking around through Monday and drying up on Tuesday.
Thanks, Bella. Well, the Smokehouse Creek fire was the largest wildfire in Texas history, spreading just over 1 million acres. And as a result, many farmers have lost their land, and those with surviving livestock are facing feed shortages. 5 News reporter Jacob Luthi tells us how a local farm in Alma and an organics recycler are helping deliver hay to help.
Just seeing everybody losing their farms and stuff burning up, and we had abundance of grass, and a lot of folks is actually donating. Just wanted to help out when we could.
After the largest wildfire in Texas history ravaged through the Panhandle, a local farm is working to lend a helping hand, delivering hay to farmers in desperate need.
It's a heartbeat. Without the hay, you don't have no purpose of feeding, no way of feeding the cattle. So it's definitely an important source of feed for the cattle to survive on through the winter. You know, during the summer months you got grass, but winter months they don't have nothing. They depend solely on what you feed them.
Tuesday morning, 34 bundles of hay, totaling around 1,000 pounds, was loaded on a truck to head to the Panhandle. Denali, a company specialized in recycling organics, has also purchased additional hay to bolster the donation of the farmers.
Farming is a risky business. Sometimes disasters like this happen, and one of the ways that we can help pull farmers out of these kind of situations is by being generous and moving resources from one part of the country to the other.
In total, 700 bales of hay are heading to Texas that will feed hundreds of cattle for weeks. And Marion adds that Denali's fertilizer has given them a surplus to donate.
We had abundant of grass, so thought it was the right thing to do, you know, try to help somebody else out.
In Alma, covering news where you live, Jacob Luthi, 5 News.
Those are some of your top headlines on this Wednesday. We'll continue to follow the news all day. Catch up with us again tomorrow. I'm Morgan Wrigley. Have a great day.